Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This was written 2014, and the document name is the Free Officers Movement. This is written for the Free Syrian Army. The nation requires trust in the officials and officers, which are above all the representatives of the people, in order to carry out duties of that office. The nation requires from the officials and officers honesty, loyalty, and integrity with the duties and responsibilities of the representation in offices. The Army requires trust in superiors, trust in comrades. The Army requires honesty, loyalty, and integrity to function in a secure environment. Fundamental to the National Army is each individual who is a representative within it to be trustworthy, honest, loyal, and have integrity. Each criticism that comes from society external to those whose duty is to be representative of the nation is a criticism pertaining to the absence or lack of those qualities and the fundamentals. To shirk all sabotage of individuals as representatives of the National Army, the individual should counteract every external criticism with an exhibit of actual trustworthiness, honesty, and loyalty or integrity, which will disqualify those saboteurs and discredit the saboteurs. It is an act of defense of the nation. Individual soldiers and individual officials should be prepared in a pure environment where there is a lack of oversight, that the fundamentals of the national identity remain secure. Trust. The inhabitants of an area should have a knowledge of the representatives in their area. Every inhabitant should be aware who is the chief of the security and the judges and who are giving defense. Who is this person? And for the officials, they should know what is allowed and what is criminal. They should have access to things that show the national identity. And they should publish information about the persons who are in the offices. The armed forces should have an independent public access forum and an independent publishing office which could refer to the civilian public in a way to show honesty, trust, and loyalty and integrity. Honesty is one of the most practical and trying obligations to fulfill. Honesty is adherence to one's motives and intents mentally. Honesty is to disqualify thoughts that are not holding true to the character or nature of one's motives. Honesty means to be quiet more and not talk nervously, and and to not talk very much about things that are not actualized. Some ideas may come to mind which help fulfill goals, but are the goals really with the motives of the person? Revenge does not fulfill honest motives, because when a person suffers loss, the true motive is to find peace and the wish for the return of the one lost. And the revenge does not compensate or rebalance the loss. Revolutions for removing people from offices show an honesty in the intentions to stop the unjust exercise of power and to protect the office of representation. If you truly want to be safe, you need to be honest and to have trust. Party-based political representation, which holds any office dedicated to the residents of that area, is dishonest representation. It's representation party-based, but offices are meant to represent areas which can be any party. This is the representation of a person who is using the office that belongs to all the people, and instead doing work only for some people and excluding the others from their rights to be represented at all times in the office and the area. So this is dishonesty, and it's weakening the national identity and the security and the stability. Allahu Akbar.